I always, when I play, I love looking at the session of the coaches, learning more. Try to have my book, and I like this exercise, I like this, I like this coach. I don't like what this coach did today. I have to learn, that maybe players don't look at that as being the right thing to do things. And at the end, I always had that, heart into learning and being part of the game. It's a mix of, where I have gathered in everywhere that I've been. I had the luck per se to be able to, be in South America as a Venezuelan, play for the national team, travel to different places, play, also for different clubs in Venezuela, be in the United States, but also being able to be in Europe and understand the mentality and, how the game is perceived in England, different in Italy, and being around the game with different coaches, lucky to have so many great coaches that have learned so much, because we never stop learning. The more that you start, shaping the kind of coach that you want to be, and there's still, much more to learn. When the opportunity was given to me, I felt ready. Since we started with the Cosmos, every season we have always wanted to be very competitive, and we thought always about, the next game and prepare as best as we can for the next game. And if we make enough points to be able to reach the playoff, great, and try to, accomplish the goal each year.
Back-to-back champs.
Giovanni Savarese, every reason to be hugging anybody that's on the field now.
First of all, they all have to believe that what you say is true, that they all can be starters, and also that you try to make your decisions based on goodness of the game, and they understand that we're not perfect. We can make mistakes as well, but they'll be made with the good intentions. And the important part is that they feel competitive in practice, that if they do well, that they can be rewarded. And I think that's what we have been able to do successful. But inside your group, you also have to build characters. You have to, each one needs something different. Some need to develop more because they're young. Some others need to regain confidence because they've been great players, but they've gone through difficult times. Maybe others, they just need to be able to be motivated continuously in order to be at their best, because they feed from the trust that you give them. So I think important is always to understand that each of your elements in your group requires of something different, and you need to put the time to understand them, to see where they are, and to give them what they need and cater for each of them. That way they know that you are there for them. At the same time that you're trying to build up a group that is trying to accomplish the goal of winning games. And that doesn't mean that sometimes some players will be upset, which is something that coaches want to see, as long as it's on the right direction and done correctly, because it means that they care and they have the passion to want to play. They have allowed me to grow. They have, in some way or another, pushed me to be a better coach. Their standards is very high, and requires more from me to be able to be the right coach and motivate them and making sure that things are done correctly, because they come from the best of the best. So they have made me be a better coach, but I think you have to be at your best every single day when you're here coaching these type of players. It's like your children. I mean, how can you say that you love one more than the other? It's impossible. They're all different, they have different requirements, but at the end you're happy to have them. For us, for me, is this first time, the first years, because we were the first team in the league, bringing back the Cosmos the second time. Besides everything else, we had a responsibility also for Raul and Marco Senna to give them the chance to be able to finish after giving so much for the game in the best possible way. So there's been different factors, but every time that you win a championship, it has a special meaning. I think in life I have learned that when you feel that you have learned everything, you stop learning. When you feel that you won enough, then that's the moment that you lower your standards. We just want to be competitive. We just want to make sure that we are honest, as I said before, to our fans, to what we represent, to the competition, to the respect to the other teams. We want to be our best because I think we owe it, and because we also from the beginning we said we want to improve soccer in the United States. and we are, you know, 100% committed to that. And that's the motivation. The motivation is to make sure that we are always at our best. Every week is important, every practice is important. So we have installed that culture in the club that practice, you know, you have to give 100%, and you have to be ready for the game, and you have to compete for what we represent. So it's been, you know, so far what, you know, the culture of the club has been. And it's been, you know, enjoyable. It's been great to work with the players. It's been great to represent such an important club. And so far I enjoy every moment of being the head coach of the New York Cosmos.